Okay, welcome to week 10. You guys have survived your transition phase, and now is where we get to start to really add some things back in that I think will make you happy. So, this is usually where people start to feel like they're kind of not deprived anymore, and they've got a few more things that they're able to put into their daily meals. So, fitness, we are going to make sure that we're staying consistent with that. That is such a big key to this whole thing. And then our success strategy this week is going to be creating new healthy habits. So let's do a really quick review on the maintenance nutrition. We're avoiding sugars, sweets, and really anything artificial, processed, especially artificial ingredients and sweeteners. Really tough on your body, and that's going to kind of throw you off right now. So we're still in that phase where we're trying to reset your metabolism. Your hypothalamus is adjusting to the new set point hormonally, and everything is kind of just adjusting. So it's really important not to rock the boat here. We've just got a few weeks left, so stay really focused at this point. I want you guys to continue to weigh yourself every single day just to make sure that you are staying in that 2-pound range, up or down, of the last weight on the scale of your low-calorie day. So let's talk a little bit about the nutrition plan and what this looks like. It's basically identical to what you've been doing. So 3 meals a day, 4 ounces of protein or 6 ounces of protein, a couple cups of carbs. Really, we want that to be primarily vegetables. A little tiny bit of fruit is allowed. The big change here is we're starting to add back in grains and carbs for breakfast only. So 1/4 a cup, breakfast only, from the approved list that we're going to cover in just a minute. Now, I want to talk to you guys before we go here, because at this point you get to decide whether or not you want to do this. Your body, because we have basically eliminated everything, you are functioning in a state of ketosis, which means your body is currently utilizing fat stores as an energy source. Now, the minute you put carbs back into the mix, your body switches gears and it's burning those. It's burning glucose as an energy source. So glucose is not as efficient, creates more toxins, and is a little bit harder for your cells to eliminate what ends up happening as a result of processing these for energy. So if you choose to stay in this state, your body is probably burning the most efficiently that it possibly can. But if you're jonesing for the carbs and you want to add it back in, you're totally okay to do that. It's your choice at this point. Even if, this is an option too, even if you just chose to add the grains in a couple of times or every other day, your body definitely runs a little bit more efficiently if it's staying in that state where it's burning, where it's burning the fat stores. So again, this is totally your choice how you want to do it. And at the very end, I'm going to be talking about some advanced strategies for weight loss and maintenance. And I'll talk a little bit more about the keto style diets. So we'll cover that in more details. So you guys think about that, how you want to handle it. If you're feeling great and you're not missing it, I highly encourage you just to keep going like you are. You do want to make sure, however, if you decide to go that route, that you do not miss the fats. In fact, you could even beef up the fats a little bit at this point if your body allows. So at a minimum, I want you guys to do a tablespoon of fat 3 meals a day. So we're going to start to add nuts back in at this point in moderation. And the fats that I want you to focus on are all of your good healthy oils that we've talked about. So avocado oil, coconut oil, olive oil, walnut oil is really healthy, grass-fed butter, avocados, nuts, seeds, those are all going to be your good, healthy fats. So make sure that you are getting some fats in with every single meal. It's going to help you stay fuller longer. It's going to help just so many different things. Your body really does need those healthy fats. So 3 meals a day, protein, carbs, fat. Okay. If you don't have to have the 2 snacks, I would highly recommend that you don't put them in. If you are the type of person that needs to eat more frequently, by all means, plug that into your day. But if you choose just to do the 3 meals, make sure that you bump up your portions a little bit to compensate for not getting the snacks. Most of us actually do better allowing a little bit more time in between for digestion. And really what happens with our blood sugars, if we're eating food constantly, our blood sugar and insulin levels are constantly on a roller coaster. So if you can just do the 3 meals a day, that's a little bit healthier for you, a little bit better for long-term maintenance. So keep that in mind. All right, so let's talk about the new grains and carbs that we're adding back into our day. So this list is completely okay. Anything on this list is good and it's healthy. However, the ones that are in blue are going to be your very safest options. So basically we've gone through at this point an elimination diet. We've eliminated anything out of our diet that would typically create a food sensitivity. So a lot of people are sensitive to gluten, and a lot of people, beans don't agree with very well, and lentils and that kind of thing. So I want you guys to, if you've chosen to add these back in, pay attention to your body. Make sure that about 15-20 minutes after you eat a meal, you're checking in and you're checking for feeling bloated, feeling gassy, any kind of digestive issues, constipation. Things like that are an indicator that you have an intolerance to the gluten. So now is a great time while you are clean to totally eliminate it if you do find that it gives you problems. So the brown rice, the quinoa, the yams, the sweet potato, basmati rice, those are things that typically are very, very, they're kind of anti-inflammatory. They don't tend to cause a response for people. So definitely safer than some of these others, but explore the others and see how you do. Keep an eye on your weight on the scale and make sure that's not going up, and then check in for how you feel after you eat them. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about fitness. We are on track to be, it's been 3 weeks now. We've been pretty consistent, hopefully, with our exercise. This week, I want you to be able to get through, or to try to get through, 3 rounds on the handout if you choose to utilize those, or I want you doing 20 minutes of the burst training 3 times a week. It's totally your choice how you want to do this. If you do the burst training, set a timer for 20 minutes, 15 to 20 if you can. Pick 5 different exercises and do 30 to 45 seconds as hard and fast as you can go to get your heart rate elevated. And then I want you to go 45 to 60 seconds of rest until your heart rate completely comes down and you're at a point where you can have a conversation without being breathless. So I will actually attach a form that will help you determine what your maximum heart rate is. You can figure out your resting heart rate just by counting your heartbeats, just time it for a minute, and that will be your resting heart rate. And then I'll tell you how to calculate your maximum heart rate. So you'll be able to bounce back and forth between those two if you're wearing a heart rate monitor. So really, if you don't want to get that technical, just go to a point where your heart rate is elevated enough that you can't have a conversation without huffing and puffing. So high intensity, and then drop your heart rate back down. High intensity, drop your heart rate back down. You pick the exercises. You can do this on a treadmill, you can do it running, push-ups, sit-ups, burpees, you name it. You pick your favorite stuff, or if you want to change it up, you can totally do that. The most important thing is the intensity levels. So here is what the weekly workouts look like. I would recommend at this point that you are alternating them just so that you're working all body parts. So utilize these if you feel like you need a little bit more direction and you don't want to figure it out on your own. So for those of you that want to do your own style, just do the burst training. So basically at this point you can, so each day that you go to do these exercises, I want you to go through all of the exercises if you can. If you need to rest in between, do it, but our goal is to get all the way through without stopping, resting for 60 seconds, going through again, resting for 60 seconds, and then going through a third time. So you're all going to be at a very different fitness level. So if you can't complete all of whatever the exercise is, that's totally okay. Try to get a little bit more the next time. So I want you to keep track of how many you get through and what you're doing. There's a little place to tally it up on the bottom of these sheets, and every single time I want you to strive to do just a little bit better, a little bit better, and a little bit better, and really just compete against yourself. You are gonna get the benefit of it. So just do your best here. Change it up, alternate the workouts so you don't get bored. And then I also want you guys to focus on doing yoga, stretching, getting outside and walking, doing some other kind of cardio or exercise the other couple of days that you're not doing your burst training. You can actually do the yoga and the walking and that kind of stuff every day if you choose to. It has a ton of health benefits. I know that we've already talked about. So just get out and move every single day if you can. You are going to find so many benefits to your mood, to your weight loss goals, just all the way around. Your stress levels will be better as a result of doing these exercises. So these are a few yoga poses. They're the really basic ones that pretty much anybody can do. So play with them. If you're not able to do something, just try it, practice it every single day, and pretty soon you'll find that you're able to do it very easily. But these are all very specific to detoxing. So at this point, we're still trying to get toxins out of our body as we're releasing fat stores. So it's really important, the movement of our exercise, and a lot of these you'll notice are kind of twisting poses. So those are all excellent for helping our lymph system process toxins and get them out of our body. So play with them. I think you'll find that they're very relaxing. This is a great time to work on your affirmations. Think about all the things that you're grateful for, and just get really, really centered and really focused on your goals here. Okay, so that is it for exercise and nutrition. The success strategy this week is going to be creating new healthy habits. So make sure that you guys watch the video on that, do the lesson, and I highly recommend that you post on the Facebook page your results, your ahas, things that that maybe you're working on, some of your goals, some of your habits that you're trying to create. Throw it out there, because the Facebook community will hold you accountable, help to motivate you, and help to support you. So make sure that you do this assignment. This is a really, really important one.